We were over in most towns. There's some towns we're not allowed to go back to. Because Mr. Unsportsmanlike conduct over here.
I guess, yeah. I guess we're talking about the baseball stuff, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Fucking caused an international incident.
Well,
First time.
Well, all right. The ones that don't know, when I come out of high school, I was drafted by the Padres as a catcher because I have a very strong arm.
He fucking does.
And still to the day, I got a strong arm. But we pull up one day. We leave at 11 o'clock and go to the building. 30 minutes later, we're at the building, which we couldn't figure out why in the hell we had to leave.
No one could, because we were all like sleeping off hangovers.
Yeah. So anyway, we get out and we see a Japanese Little League team practicing, which me and Steve, we always took our gloves when he could remember it, and we always played ball.
Remember we left them in the van?
Yeah, we got to a point where we'd leave them under the bus. So we had the bus driver go ask the guy, "Hey, can these guys come play with y'all?" We're like, "Yeah, no problem."
And we could never understand the bus driver. Like, he didn't even speak Japanese. He spoke like gibberish.
Yeah, we didn't know what
it was like hand signals.
Yeah. So we go out and we start practicing with this Little League team. Well, Steve takes over at shortstop, and I go out in the outfield while they're doing batting practice and whatnot.
And I used to be a good ball player in high school.
They're doing game situations. So there's a guy on first one time, and there's a ball hit the shortstop, which is Mr. Corinos over here. And they're going to turn two. When he gets it, he bobbles it, and he can't make the play at second.
He's nervous.
Well, the little Japanese boy, he don't really say anything. He goes back. What's going first?
He gave me the eye, though. He gave me like a little bit of an eye.
But he didn't say anything yet. So the next play, the guy hits it to shortstop again with one out.
Same exact play. Like,
so what do you do?
Yeah,
what do? You turn two at the middle and you get out of the inning. Steve takes the ball, he goes to turn two and throws that sumbitch in right field. The little boy that was at second base starts cussing him in Japanese.
Yeah, I know what you're saying to me.
As he's walking off. So Steve couldn't believe he's getting cussed out. Well, about the point he throws it in right field, I get the ball and throw a line shot from right field to home plate, which the coach was like, holy shit. Right after that, they asked me to start throwing batting practice. We pitch batting practice to people. Okay, so I get on the mound, I start warming up. And Steve's the first.
It's supposed to be batting practice, not pitching practice.
Yeah, I take it like it's the World Series because I'm a little competitive when I get on the baseball field.
A little bit.
Yeah. So anyway, Steve's the first one to get up there. I throw three strikes at him. I said, "Well, how are they looking?" And his response was,
"They sound good."
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't seen them yet. They sound good.
Shit, man. I'm like so happy that he didn't hit me with these pitches because, man, he was throwing so fast that like. All you could hear was the sizzle going by. You're like, what the hell is this?
So the coaches get up next. I throw them by them. They maybe make a contact here and there. Takawa gets up, who's like my Japanese brother. He looks like
a tough guy, too.
Yeah. And he gets up on top of the plate, like crowds the plate. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I brush him back. Otani gets up and he goes, more slow, please. So I had to slow him down for him. Then,
still couldn't catch up to it.
This 16-year-old kid gets up.
Like the coach's bigger son.
Yeah, the coach's older son gets up. I throw a few by him. I start getting fancy. And
people are getting upset, too, because there's no action because he keeps striking everybody out, so no one's hitting the ball. We're all just standing out there.
So I start getting a little cocky, and I used to be able to throw a hell of a knuckleball. Well, I throw a knuckleball, and it don't knuckle. For people who don't know, when the ball don't knuckle, it's just a slow fastball. This kid crushes it. And everybody pops. Everybody. Which except for me. It pissed me off.
And I'm like celebrating because I'm like, wow, this kid just hit the thing. And I'm like, yeah. And all of a sudden he turns around to shortstop and his face is bright red. And I'm thinking, oh no, this isn't good. And I watch him stare at the kid running the bases. I'm like, oh God, what's going to happen next? The kid stands up and gets in the batter's box again. And you just see CW, he's like... And like, you know in the movies when something bad's gonna happen, you're like, no! That's what was happening in my mind. And I'm thinking, oh God. CW winds up, throws the pitch right in the middle of the kid's back.
I beamed the kid right in the back. I mean, it was.
Wow.
Fucking knocks the kid down, right? We're practicing. He gets all high and then like bows up to everybody, like, because everybody's like, oh, yeah.
The only one that popped was Otani. Otani goes, woo!
All the wrestlers are watching it with this. Oh my God, what just happened? Yeah, like they had to get us off the field because he had so much heat.
Even that night, the crowd shows up, and I usually get cheers. I got booed that night.
Yeah, and the house was up because like it got around to this little town that how the big bad round eye man just took down Japan's hopes and dreams one more time. It was it was crazy. We got in the ring, and like usually you get in the ring and they'll give you like a little bit of applause. Anytime CW stepped through those ropes, boo! Like, oh, he was the villain of the village that night.
Yeah.